Real quick before the video starts, people have been asking for merch lately. So we have dropped some merch. Stickers, this sweatshirt's available. There's other stuff that's going to be coming soon. Links to everything is in the community page. Check it out.
Thank you for calling Fellowship House. If you know your party's extension, please dial it now. To speak with the work release program duty staff, please dial 0. To speak with Program Director Terry Main, please dial 1. To speak with Case Manager Shanaka Lancaster, please dial 2. To speak with Facilities Manager Bill Edwards, please dial 3. And to speak with the Executive Director, Dave Stevenson, please dial 4.
But this is Parole in Norwich. They got Madonna Place parking, which is, I don't know what. It must be a different place. But these are Parole vehicles. People that work at Parole. This is where they come and smoke their cigarettes. This is their little exit right there. More Parole vehicles. I didn't realize Parole needed so many vehicles. Is it this building? Okay, we going.
Hi, how can I help you?
I was wondering if there's like a manager or something I could talk to. I got some questions
For what?
that I need answered.
Regarding?
It's something I'll talk to them about. I don't feel the need to say it twice.
Are you a parolee?
I'm not going to release any of my private information. I just like to speak to a supervisor, please. At least they have Narcan. No defibrillator, though.
Who are you here to see, sir?
Supervisor?
Okay, who are you? I'm a parole officer, who are you?
Somebody from the public that wants to speak to a supervisor.
Okay, if you don't give me any information, I'm not gonna be able to help you, so give me some further information besides just that.
That's it.
That's it?
Yep. Guess we'll have to wait all day. This is a problem with parole and people probation in Connecticut. They think just because they have this position, you have to tell them. You don't have to tell them anything. They probably just don't want to release the information on why they are sending people to a halfway house where a cop that got caught touching is now working and doing the urines. But you know what? We'll do this. What's up, everybody? It's Danny from the Constitution State here today. I hope everybody's having a good day. Today's video takes place at the Norwich Parole office in Norwich, Connecticut. I don't know why I thought I could go to this public building with these public employees and get a manager and ask questions and get my questions answered, like why they're sending full-grown adults to a halfway house where there's a criminal that has crimes against men working there, and why they think that's okay. For some reason, they needed my information to answer questions that had nothing to do with my information. It's sad that this is the way they think they could just treat people just so they could get out of doing their job. Look, it's coming up. Watch how they come out. One of them's touching me, bumping into me, pushing on me. Imagine if I did that back to her. The halfway house denies having this guy working there, but we know better. You can call the numbers just like I did at the beginning of the video, and his name's right in the directory. So he is still working there. It's weird that they only gave this guy 2 years in jail. They dropped the worst charges so he didn't have to register. They said that they figured out that it was because of drugs and alcohol, not because he liked kids. Then they gave him 10 years probation, which means if he did the full 10 years of probation, he would have been on probation while working at the halfway house, which just blows my mind. We'll go look at all their vehicles since they don't want to help us. Maybe they'll help us after, who knows, but. There's a person here, a notepad. Wonder if there's any information out. That lady looks stressed out too. She looks horrible. I know I wouldn't be working somewhere if my job caused me that much stress. But that's what happens. They get into these jobs and they can't find anywhere else that pays them anything like the state. So they decide to stay with it forever. Who are you?
I'm a parole officer.
Okay, I'm not moving anywhere. No, you didn't want to help me? Now yeah, exactly.
Where are you going?
I'm going right here. Where does it look like I'm going?
You can't be near our
Where does it
car,
say?
so-
Where does it say
It
that?
says
Where does it
private
say
property
that? No,
over
it's
here.
not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it
Where's
is.
it posted?
We own this.
Where is it posted? No, you don't. The
Yeah, we
state
do.
owns it. We pay for it.
Yeah.
We.
You
Wait,
want us to call
go
Norwich?
ahead. You think they're gonna show up and?
All right.
You would have been better. Just don't touch me,
You're not
man.
videoing anything inside the vehicles. You're not.
I already am.
You're not.
I already am though. All you had to do was come out and help.
I did.
No, you did not. You did not.
There's nothing for you to be inside.
Why do you
the
guys
vehicle.
send parolees to a halfway house where it works? Want to answer that? What?
No.
You don't know? You
You
don't.
don't want to give up any information.
What does that have to do with my information?
We cannot
Has
give
nothing
you
to do with
any
my information.
We cannot give you any information because you don't want to give any.
Can you please stop touching me?
Or we could just. Sorry, can you call Norwich Police? Please. I don't know why it's not going through. Or just call 911.
I'm gonna grab Chris.
I'll just call 911. Okay, here.
This is Norwich Parole in Connecticut. Doesn't say private property anywhere. It's funny because I've been here a few times and nobody came out and said anything.
So you're over here all the time?
No, when did I say that?
Trespassing?
When did I say it's not trespassing? It's public property. Public. If you mumble it's private, doesn't make it private. It is. It is.
Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, I came in and I tried to get help, and this lady right here didn't want to help me. So no, not now. But actually, if you want to inform these ladies that this is public and we're allowed to be out here, you can. Yeah, these guys send people to a halfway house where it works. A guy that got caught touching watches men piss, and they send him to that halfway house. Where you guys going? Guess they don't want to talk. Oh, man. See, they want to be cops so bad. E85 ethanol flex fuel in my Jeep. We're gonna leave? No parking. It doesn't say no trespassing anywhere. Nowhere. Does it say private property? Because it's clearly public property. It's clearly a public building that we pay for. It's open to the public. Anybody can walk in here and get information at any point in time if they choose to. But you'll probably get the same treatment we just got. Yeah, I'm really annoying people by trying to go in and get information. Trying to find out why they send people where it works. And watch, afterwards they're not going to do anything about this lady bumping into me or touching me. I figure working for the state, they would know these things. They would know what public property is, and they would know all these things. What up, bud? How are you? Alright. Living the dream?
Yeah, something like that, right?
I feel you. I don't know what these guys' issue is.
No, it's similar to the courthouse.
Well, I literally went in there and tried to get information because these guys are sending people to a halfway house where a works. I got caught touching a young kid multiple times over 2 years and then went to jail for 2 years.
Trying to FOI their stuff.
No, I don't even want that. I just wanted to ask the supervisor why they feel it's appropriate to send somebody to a halfway house. The dude didn't get caught touching girls. He got caught touching boys. And then you give this guy a job. His job is to watch men piss. That's not appropriate. That's not okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Maybe their supervisors in there.
They wouldn't even let me talk to them. They wanted my information. And since I didn't give them any information, they wouldn't help me. So I came out to walk around the parking lot. And they had a fit. They were bumping into me and pushing me. So I need that lady's name.
Well, obviously, as you know, they're inside.
Yeah, they ain't gonna let me inside. Yeah, no, that's literally it. I came in, I went in there first. I asked them to speak to somebody. They wanted all this information from me. I felt like I didn't need to give them. It has nothing. I would understand if they had to look something up for me to answer my questions, then I would give them my information, but it literally has nothing to do with me. I'm just, yeah, literally. And so after they refused to help me, I came out to look at the parking lot, and like I said, I've been here a few times. There ain't nobody ever came out and said a goddamn thing. But that amped up lady came out and she got all her buddies and they were screaming at me. And tall, skinny lady, she looked stressed the hell out. No, I did jeans and a shirt. I don't remember what color. I wasn't really. It was a lot to take in. But there's a shorter one wearing a blue line hoodie. It wasn't her. And there's a tall. She has her. I think she got her hair in a bun, like it's sticking out the top. But that's it. And after she came out and refused to help me, I just said, all right. And I walked out here, and they came out here. And but that's a dangerous spot to be putting us in, because if I would have bumped her back, I would be going to jail right now. You know what I mean? And they're trying to tell me.
Do you remember me at all?
Yeah, of course I do. Of course. You help me. They also need to, the only thing that I'm hoping for is that they need to understand that this isn't their building. They think it's their building and it's private property. No, that's what I said, and they kept telling me I'm dumb, and I don't know what I'm talking about, but, and like I said I've been here a few times, and you guys all said you're admitting to trespass. I'm like, I'm not trespassing, dude. I'm not doing anything wrong, like literally. And then I said, you guys would have just helped me, I wouldn't even be here. I got no use coming out here. Like, there's none. I went through the whole thing. There's spots marked for parking like that. On the left side is for whatever that is over there, but there's no trespassing.
It's
all.
How did the courthouse thing actually work out? I know the state took that over, right?
Yeah, he did what he was supposed to. I got. Well, he called me a week later, and he said that they signed off. He filled it out. He signed off on it. His supervisor signed off on it. The prosecutor signed off on it, and the judge decided he wasn't going to prosecute. So, yeah. But even the state police were like, we don't even see this. Like, we've never seen that. Like, just the judge say, oh, we're not going to do anything about it at all. So,
That's the judge.
yeah, well, the state trooper said,
He's a good dude. I hope you don't.
no, I like him. We talked. I mean, I haven't talked to him in a little bit, but he said, he was like, well, I still feel like he deserves something. So he's like, I still wrote him a ticket and sent it out. So he got a ticket, but he got away with it pretty much overall. But
Yeah, that one always came up occasionally.
yeah,
Like in my head, I'm like, oh, I wonder what the outcome is.
I knew I'd see it eventually.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's what I figured I'd do. I'd probably see you around.
yeah, these guys here are just crazy though.
I just figured no one's talking to you except there.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Well, I'm glad I got you. Somebody, you know what I mean? Not all of you guys have the same level of. I try to be like they were trying to get me pull me out of character, but
Well, you know what you're doing, so.
I didn't want
like,
to.
You know when.
Well, yeah, at least I know you're going to show up and be fair. You know what I mean? Everybody just, some cops wouldn't be. They would be like, oh, this is parole, and we're going to take their side. So, it's just, I don't know. I would like the answers to those questions, and we can't seem to get them anywhere. And if the halfway house wants to keep that guy employed, we shouldn't be sending people there. I don't think you should have to pee in front of somebody, whip your private parts out in front of somebody that got caught touching the same sex. I don't even understand how he got a job working for the state, because he worked for the state before.
Find out just by doing what you do, or.
No, I've known this for a long time. I just haven't wanted to dig into it. I mean, I went to the halfway house and stood outside of there, and they've called the cops, and I've let people know, but
Where's the halfway?
Groton Fellowship on, I don't know what street it is, but it's on the main stretch where
Town or city?
the city, I think, where McDonald's, Burger King, that main stretches. I mean, the resolution would be, they understand it's public property.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to talk to me now, but,
You're probably right about that.
so, I'm just going to have to FOIA the information, but
Yeah, I don't know how their process works for that. I couldn't tell you.
neither do I.
So, sure.
There's your boys. Yeah, neither do I. Would I have to do it here
I don't know.
or through the town?
I don't know. Maybe this. Watch out.
That was a bad dude.
Maybe the state. Let me go.
Yeah, I want to know what they said at least. Because what they do is they show up and they respond to them only, it seems like. Oh, you're a scumbag, Marsh. Marsh is a maggot, dude. I'm sorry, but he is a fucking loser.
Alright, so don't be mad at me. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, no. Yep.
So apparently, no visitors unless you're have a meeting or whatever, professional business in there. So
I did
my
have
sugge-
professional business, though.
like for like casework or something.
Yeah, but that's not true.
I'm just telling,
Okay.
I'm just telling you.
All right, I know. It's not your fault.
So
I don't listen. I'd learned not to expect much more out of Marsh. He's not that bright.
So my suggestion to you, maybe the town hall. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't have the correct answer.
Okay. So what was the other
All
part?
Just don't go in there.
Did you tell them about the parking lot?
Yeah, they were informed about the parking. So
That's all I care about. Thank you, dude.
all right, dude.
Have a good one. Stay safe, brother.
Yeah. Hey, I would try there. I don't know.
I'm gonna do that.
I also don't know what floor they're on, to be honest.
I'll do that too. I'm gonna do that. I appreciate it, dude. So they said you can't go in there unless you are a parole person, which isn't true. We know that isn't true. But now we're gonna look through every car, just because we can. But you know what's funny is you could walk a quarter of a mile down the road to the town hall, and you could walk right in the probation office, and you can look right in. You can do whatever you want in there. But this is what happens when you deal with Norwich police, and you have managers like Marsh. I wish I saw him sooner, because he is a scumbag. NP4 performance appraisal. This just shows how dumb of people we have working for. I gotta do my squats. Here, I'm gonna get off the phone, guys, and I'm actually gonna call the state police, and I'm gonna see if we can get the state police here, because I guarantee you they would solve this. I don't think they'll show up, but if they do. And you guys hear that? They battered me, right? The police didn't even know that. The great manager like Marsh didn't even do his job. Didn't even come talk to me. We'll finish looking through the cars. Just because we know they love it. Man, they leave a lot of information in these cars. Probably because they were dumb enough to think this is private property. Only ones dumb enough to still be driving around with masks. You figure too, if it was private, they would have told me I had to leave inside. They didn't tell me to leave. I chose to come outside. Because it's not private. It's open to the public. What does everybody think about that? I didn't realize I didn't catch their faces so much, and that's why I got this other camera, this 360 camera, and I will be using that on the side with my phone from now on as a backup. Listen to her tone of voice, all because we're there expecting her to do her job. Get us somebody to talk to so we can have these questions answered. And instead, she refuses to help us. I'm out of here, and goes away. What a loser. She is a loser. So then we wait around for a few minutes and we go outside. And then they think they can come outside and boss me around on public property we pay for, just like the inside, and push me around and put their hands on me and do all this and that over literally nothing. They had no right, no authority to tell me to do anything or touch me. But you'd figure if they didn't want me outside looking at their cars and walking around the parking lot, they would have just helped me so I could have gotten out of there, right? No, they didn't think that would be appropriate. And then we got this little troll wearing a blue line hoodie is the one who told me in the beginning, oh, this is private property. This is our building. None of this is yours. You don't pay for any of this, you loser. We pay for all of this. This is our property. Get it right. And it's sad that they work for the public and they don't even understand how it works. Imagine how many times they violated somebody's rights going there to do anything because they didn't know any better, because they're dumb. I bet you tons. They really called the cops on me and wanted me to get in trouble for doing absolutely nothing wrong over their feelings because they didn't want me looking in the cars. Aw, too bad. You don't like it? Go work for a private business with a private lot. Don't work for the public. It's that simple. It seems like this guy was the only guy there that had common sense and was smart enough to know that this was public property and to round up these gangbangers and get them back inside. They still messed up and lied to the police, though, and told the police that you have to be on parole to go in there, which is not true. According to our Connecticut general statutes, anybody can go into a public business and request records or do anything of the sort, which the police knew. It's sad that they'll desecrate our flag like this. I would be willing to bet that the same troll who was wearing the blue line hoodie, this might be her vehicle. She loves wearing gang insignia at work, so she probably puts it on her vehicle too. I don't think it's appropriate to be wearing a hoodie at work showing a desecrated flag in your support of gang members while you work for the public. That's just my opinion, though. This is Pagan. He's the one who showed up at the court when the guy assaulted me, and I don't necessarily like the way that was handled, but I don't necessarily believe that that was him. As we've seen, the Norwich supervisors are not that bright. We can't expect much more from him. I think this dude's an all right dude, and it's sad that the department will put him in a position to not only make him look like a piece of crap, but to violate somebody's rights when he knows better. He agrees that it's public. He agrees that we have a right to be there. All the way till the end, till Marsh tells him, no, I can't be there. And even though he should not go give us unlawful, unconstitutional orders, he does, because if he didn't, he wouldn't have a job. I'm glad he was there, because if he wasn't there, we would have got no information at all. Marsh and the other guy there, they would have gotten their vehicles and just left. I find it weird that they only talk to the people who called them and not the victim, the person that was actually pushed around and abused. They don't want to talk to him. Only the gangbangers. And we know why. Because Marsh didn't want to be on camera, and he didn't want to be told he was wrong when he is. He didn't want to be called a tyrant and a loser, because that's what he is. So you can only go in there for casework. You can't go in there to request records. You can't go in there to do anything else. You have to be on parole to go in there, which is 100% not right. Why didn't the lady inside ask me to leave or tell me I wasn't allowed to be there if I wasn't allowed to be there? Why are there no signs on the door? Why isn't the door locked? Why don't they have somebody at the door checking people when they come in and out to see if they're on parole? Because it's a public lobby and it's open to the public. That's why. And I'd like to say, oh, you would expect the Norwich police to know this, but they do know this. They just don't care. Sadly, we called the state police, who have jurisdiction in Norwich, and they told us that they don't go to Norwich, and a citizen cannot request them to Norwich. Only the Norwich police or a state's attorney can request them in Norwich. And it's sad because they do have decent officers there, but they're going to bring them down just like they do everybody else who signs up to work for them. I'll add links to the stories about this halfway house criminal. Do you guys think it's appropriate that the halfway house hires a criminal with crimes against men to watch men piss? And even if it wasn't just piss tests, he shouldn't work there at all. We should not be paying that clown to do anything. But the halfway house feels like it's okay. And that makes me question the whole integrity of that place. And then you come and try and get answers or records, and this is how you get treated. They block you out, they kick you out, they break the law, they violate your rights. This just shows how they turn decent people, decent officers, into crappy officers and bad officers. Let me know what you guys think about Norwich Parole, how they did, how they treat the public. Let me know how you think the Norwich Police Department did. We can't expect much out of them. Maybe 1 out of 10 times we see them, we'll get a decent officer. But more times than not, they're violating rights, they're lying, and they're just acting like straight up scumbags. And it's sad that an officer like Pagan has to be associated with the rest of the department doing those things. But let me know what you guys think. Leave it in the comments. We'll talk about it. All the information is available for the halfway house, for the parole office. If you guys would like to complain, absolutely redress your government. And it goes the same for the police department. All the information will be included.